Lunar calendars are based on the moon's cycle from one new moon to the next. This cycle is approximately 29.5 days long. Because of this, months in lunar calendars typically alternate between 29 and 30 days to match the moon's cycle as closely as possible. Examples of lunar calendars are, for example, the Islamic calendar, one of the most widely used lunar calendars today. It has 12 months, but because the lunar cycle is shorter than the solar year by about 11 days, Islamic months and holidays move backward through the seasons each year. For example, Ramadan occurs about 11 days earlier each year on the Gregorian calendar. Another example is the traditional Hebrew calendar, also a lunar calendar, but it's technically lunisolar because it adds a leap month every 2 to 3 years to keep the calendar in line with the agricultural seasons and solar year. Solar calendar. A solar calendar is a type of calendar that is based on the position of the Earth in relation to the Sun. It's designed to maintain the seasonal cycle by aligning the length of its year as closely as possible with the solar year, which is the time it takes for the Earth to complete one orbit around the Sun, approximately 365.25 days. Lunisolar calendar. A lunisolar calendar is a type of calendar that combines both lunar and solar systems to measure time. It aligns itself with the phases of the moon while also keeping the months synchronized with the solar year. This calendar type is essential in cultures where both the lunar and solar cycles hold significant cultural or religious importance. Historical calendars. Historically speaking, there are multiple calendars, for example, the Mayan, Aztec, and Roman. The Mayan civilization used complex calendar systems, including the Tzolk'in, a 260-day ritual calendar, and the Hab, a 365-day vague solar calendar. The calendar round combined these two cycles and was used to schedule religious and ceremonial events. They also developed the long count calendar for historical records, which counts the days from a base date. Similar to the Mayan system, the Aztec calendar included a 260-day ritual calendar called the Tonal Pohualli and a 365-day solar calendar called the Xiuhpohualli. These calendars were used for divination and the timing of religious festivals. Originally a lunar calendar, the ancient Roman calendar is believed to have been founded by Romulus, the legendary first king of Rome, around 753 BCE. This calendar had 10 months, 304 days, with the remaining days of winter considered monthless. Numa Pompilius, the second king of Rome, is said to have added January and February to create a 12-month year. Ancient calendar. One of the earliest known solar calendars, the Egyptian calendar dates back to around 3000 BCE. It consisted of 12 months, each 30 days long, plus 5 extra days at the end of the year to total 365 days. This calendar did not account for the additional fraction of a day that makes the solar year approximately 365.25 days long, leading to a gradual drift of the calendar with respect to the solar year. Regional calendars. Ethiopian calendar has 13 months, 12 months of 30 days each, and an intercalary month of 5 or 6 days. It is currently 8 years behind the Gregorian calendar, depending on the time of year. The Balinese Paukan calendar is a unique calendrical system used on the island of Bali, Indonesia. It stands out due to its complex cycles and is not synchronized with the lunar or solar cycles, which is typical of most calendars. The calendar is based on a 210-day cycle called the Paukan, which originates from the Wuku calendar used throughout Java before the adoption of Hinduism. Rather than a single-week system, the Paukan calendar employs a series of concurrent weeks, ranging from 1 day to 10 days. There are 10 different types of weeks, known as Passaran cycles, that run simultaneously. The Icelandic calendar, historically used in Iceland, is a variation of the Old Norse calendar before Iceland adopted the Gregorian calendar. It is lunisolar, designed to keep in sync with the motions of the sun and moon. Modern calendars. Modern calendars primarily refer to the Gregorian calendar, which is the most widely used civil calendar in the world today. Developed to replace the Julian calendar, the Gregorian calendar was introduced by Pope Gregory XIII in 1582 to correct for inaccuracies in the older system, particularly to ensure the spring equinox occurred on approximately March 21st every year, which is critical for determining the date of Easter.